nothing to push aside or suppress, or nothing that's less sacred. It's a part of all that's sacred, or life as a whole. And that's also helped me to, I guess, earlier versions of some kind of shadow work or looking inwards was maybe a bit too much judging that shadow side. And then later through the Gene Keys, I found this more gentle approach. It's like, oh, actually those sides, like fear or whatever, those sides of me, they are really trying to tell me something, or they provide information. They can bring up something valuable, or maybe they provide the seed for really learning to do something in a different way, or there's even energy there you can tap into when you can hold it and look at it or look into it. And you can't really look into it if you have to just push it or suppress it right away. So that's the challenge of then learning how to actually kind of sit with it and be with it, with the fear.
Right. And no one said that this is enjoyable to embrace the fear. Like, no, it's not. But the things you're describing, they literally that is your pathway in. When you have recognition of these shadows, or people could call them their inner wounds, or whatever words you want to use, but the things that we struggle with facing, or some behavior that, we've been doing that is not productive with our relationship, or however these things show up as like kind of patterns and repeating patterns, when we do actually go, oh, let me just relax and look at that, even though it's super uncomfortable and I don't like it, but being gentle to know that the more you relax and allow, the more that you look into it, the more healing happens. And that's the whole point of them. Because if you didn't have it, like, I'm sure there's some people on this earth, and fine, that their life path is to not have to do that. Like, maybe their life path this time is to literally just, be living in sort of ignorance and have fun and do the things and not even have to look at it. That might be why they're here this time. That's how I believe. And then great. But if you start to notice these things, like the shadows and all that, that is like going, hey, pay attention to me. Because if you pay attention to me, you're going to probably be able to resolve. Well, no, you will be able to resolve what has been frustrating, upsetting, blocking you, hurt, painful, whatever words you want to use. That's like, yeah. And then not beating yourself up that you just like did something wrong again. Like, you have to allow yourself some grace, because that is the point.
Yeah, that's how I see it, that we're, at least, yeah, as you say, there are many different people. Everyone can have their own purpose and process, and who knows. But for me, I've really arrived at a place that it's a lot about learning for me. And through that's how we really learn on a deep level. And I guess that's why I have this whole podcast. Is like, I want to expand and learn through it, through rambling or inviting people such as you to share more perspectives and lenses and stories into it.